Okay, class, in this lesson, I am going to show you one technique for solving a quadratic equation, and the technique that we're going to be covering in this lesson is the zero product property. So before we move forward, we need to understand and identify what a zero product property is. And if you recall from an earlier math class, the property states that if A times B is equal to 0, then one of the following must be true. A is equal to 0 or B is equal to 0. Okay, I believe that's pretty straightforward and it makes sense. So basically, when you're multiplying something, one of the numbers has to be 0 in order for that product to be true. Okay, so we're going to apply that concept to factoring and solving for a quadratic equation. So let's go ahead and start with an example. Let's suppose we have the following. Y is equal to x plus 3 times x plus 4. Okay, and your goal is to solve for x. Okay, so to do that, we need to set y equal to 0. Okay, so if we set y equal to 0, then we have 0 is equal to x plus 3 times x plus 4. Okay, now we can use the zero product property. What this means is either the x plus 3 has to be 0 or x plus 4 is equal to 0. So to do this, we set one of them, each one of them to 0. Okay, x plus 3 is equal to 0 or x plus 4 is equal to 0. And solving for x, we get x is equal to negative 3 or x is equal to negative 4. So this becomes our solution. X is equal to negative 3 or x is equal to negative 4. And the number of solutions is 2 solutions. 2 solutions. Okay? Because it could be either a negative 3 or a negative 4. Now, if you think about this, we set y equal to 0 and we solve for x. What this means is that this function, right, this is a quadratic equation, so this function will cross the x-axis at negative 3, 0 and at negative 4, 0. And these are our x-intercepts. Okay? All right, so let's do another example just to make sure that there's clarity here. Let's suppose that the function is y is equal to x minus 9 times x plus 9. Okay, using the zero product property, we're going to set y equal to 0 and rewrite this equation. And then what this gives us is x minus 9 is equal to 0 or x plus 9 is equal to 0. Solving for x, we get x is equal to 9 or x is equal to negative 9. Okay, there are 2 solutions here. And then my x-intercepts are 9, 0 and negative 9, 0. Okay? All right. So I believe this is pretty straightforward. The key, of course, is being proficient at factoring, which we learned during topic 1 or toward the beginning of the year. So unfortunately, we're going to have to revisit factoring and apply this to solving for our x's. Okay? All right, if you have any questions, please go back to the beginning of the video. or you can ask me questions during class. Thank you very much.